Alright guys, new patch came out. We have had a second patch for the day, but it does a lot of minor things. I'm not really going to do a patch note. The only thing it does is it fixes the character customizer. But the best thing about it, it was a 4 gig patch. And it had a lot of models for ships in it. So, as you can imagine, the data miner's wheels went whee! And we got all the information. I think it took them less than 10 minutes. I'd say that's probably some new record, wouldn't you say?
If that, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a new record.
Let's break it all down and let's say show you what is coming at the IAE and what you can spend your money on, because the Odyssey looks so good. But let's just jump straight into it. So the first thing that we've got for video or for audio or for Firewise or for photo-wise is obviously this is the Raft by Argo. So to use the description, Argo Raft, manufacturer is Argo. The Argo Raft features a hefty 96 SCU cargo hold. It's capable of carrying up to 3 standard 32 SCU cargo containers, perfect for entry-level hauling and old pros alike. The Raft is an ideal solution for reliable local freight transports. So, obviously at the end of the day, we do have this photo of it. We also have this photo. You can see here, obviously it looks like the cargo is external, which is obviously pretty... Yeah, it is what it is. Obviously, when we have some skins for it as well. So we do have the black and with yellow highlights. We have the orange, the black with the orange highlights. And then obviously we do also have the silver with the black. I actually like the silver and black one, but I still don't want the Raft. And then obviously we have a size comparison here where it is side by side with obviously the mole on the left and the Raft on the right. It's a little bit about the same size as the Raft, as the mole, sorry. So I'm going to say price-wise, it's probably going to be around the same price as the mole. So I would say probably, well, the mole originally sold for, was it 150? Originally 275. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be about 250 ship. What do you think?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm really not good with guessing with prices, so...
Yeah. No one's going to hold you to it. It's only the internet. But yeah, obviously right. I'm going to say it's around 250, 275. But at the end of the day, it's obviously it uses cargo on the outside. It is what it is. Obviously, do keep in that mind if you do want to buy one that it is going to be external. A lot of the cargo at the moment now is definitely going on the outside. So at the end of the day, like obviously this is like a whole thing, as well as what was the other transport ship that came out recently that had it on the external? The little one.
What?
The little ship that had the external transport cargo area. Just recently came out. Like 6-12 months ago.
My brain is going dead. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's fine. He's playing games. He's playing Star Citizen. He's not really listening. But at the end of the day, yeah, there was a ship that came out about 6 or 12 months ago that has the cargo on the back area. And
the Nomad.
Nomad, that's it. There you go. So at the end of the day, yeah, obviously this is a new thing that COG is doing. I don't know if I like it. I get the gameplay mechanic of it. I get that. But at the end of the day, yeah, I don't know if I like the cargo on the outside. Yeah, apart from that, anything you want to say about the Raft before we move on?
Nah, I'm good.
Alright, guys, so the second ship that we have learned about is called the Odyssey. And there it is there. So, obviously, at the end of the day, for the Odyssey, let me bring up the description regarding that. So the Odyssey is a survey distance. Survey distance frontiers and explore the furthest reaches of space with the Misk Odyssey, the most advanced and complete exploration ship available to civilians. Designed to be supreme, self-sufficient, the Odyssey comes with an onboard refinery with a built-in mining tech, expansive capacity for supplies, and a hangar capable of housing a small ship, along with comprehensive, comfortable accommodation for the crew of 7. So at the end of the day, guys, this is probably just slightly bigger than the Carrack. So we do have some size comparisons and stuff to show you. But obviously at the end of the day, there's also this view of it. To be honest, I think the hangar bay is actually under it in the middle section there. So it's a bit like the Razanati. No, the Dark Matter. The starts with Raza. So it's a bit like the Raza and drops from the bottom by the looks. I think that's the bay. I presume that's how it works. But we also do have some size comparisons as well, like I said. So there it is there against the Liberator. So it's a little bit bigger than the Liberator. There it is there, obviously side-by-side angle, which tends to be around the same sort of size. But then when you go through and compare it to the Carrack, you can see roughly it's a little bit bigger than the Carrack. And it's obviously, so I think it was 82 meters when the Carrack was like 76 or something like that. So there's a couple of centimeters difference on each length and width. But obviously the Carrack is wide because of those turrets. Here's a question for you. The turrets, when they're out, don't fit with the Carrack. Fez, do you think the Odyssey is going to be able to be docked?
With the turrets sticking out, probably not.
Well, no, there's no turrets on the side, but if it's slightly bigger than the Carrack, and the Carrack won't fit when the turrets are out, it's probably going to have to be docked.
Well, maybe that's why it's coming with the 2 capital-sized docking ports.
True. Yeah, we did almost forget to mention that. It does come with 2 capital-sized docking ports, so obviously, I presume it's going to have to be docked, guys. The original price for the Carrack was $350. I'm suspecting this thing's going to be $375 to $400. Maybe a little bit more, but at the end of the day, I would say that it's a little bit bigger than the Carrack, but it's roughly going to be around the same sort of size. As for the mining and the refinery, I don't think anybody should get their hopes up about being able to sit there and go refining and mining with it. I think that the materials that you get from the mining and the refinery are going to be limited and probably going to be mostly used for emergency building of supplies. For example, say your coffee shoot machine blows up and you want to replace it, you have to rebuild another one. Or, you might need hull plating because you're taking meteorite damage or whatever it may be. So it's going to be sort of like the emergency refinery sort of stuff because you're so far away from home, you're going to be able to need to build your own supplies. And that's what I think it's going to be more of, is just building your own supplies rather than going through and just, refining and building it like treating it like a prospector or a mole. Apart from that, Fez, thoughts and opinions on the Odyssey besides you want one and I want one?
Heck, I just might get 2.
It looks really good, guys. Obviously, depending on the price, if it's around the $400, I'm probably not going to buy it. It's going to be around 550, 600 Australian. Let me see, US to Australian dollar. But at the end of the day, it really does depend on the price. We'll just have to wait to see. But I do like it. I do like the style. I like the style. But at the end of the day, it really does depend on what sort of price it is. So US dollars to Australian dollars, say 500. 500 is 689. So it's 350. What about 450? It's around 620 Australian dollars. So yeah, it depends on what size of price it is, guys. But yeah, as for it, I do like it. I really do. Yeah, it might be something I might upgrade to slightly later, like buy something like now and then upgrade to that CCU up to it later. Split the cost over a little bit. I've got the money. I just can't really justify spending $600 on a game. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section regarding that. Next ship that we do have up to talk about is obviously the Spartan. So we'll talk about that now. Alright guys, so obviously we do have the Spartan here. We do also have some information regarding that. So as for the Spartan, it's a troop transport built on Anvil's robust Atlas platform. The same chassis used for their devastating ballista air defense system. The Spartan is a fully armored transport outfitted with 8 jump seats. The Spartan's rugged frame makes it perfect for all kinds of terrain, and is remote Gatling turret helps clear the area for easy deployment. So I would say probably 8 jump seats and then maybe a passenger and co-pilot, so up to 10 passengers. What are your thoughts on the Spartan, Fez?
Definitely going to be a unique experience.
So maybe if the Odyssey is really expensive, I might buy the Spartan with the CCU and then CCU it to the Odyssey at a later date. But that'll give me LTI for the Odyssey. But yeah, to be honest, guys, I would say this is maybe going to be a bit of an LTI token for some expensive ships, or for someone who wants the ground combat. To me, I'm not really interested in it. If I did buy it, it would only be for a CCU. Apart from that, size-wise, I'd say it's going to be the same size as the Ballista. It's just going to obviously not have that missile mode and stuff like that. It's just going to have the Gatling turret on it as well instead. But like I say, not really interested in it except for maybe a CCU. But apart from that, we do also have some best in show colors. So we'll go through and we'll show you those. Alright guys, so we do have the best in show skins for you. The first one is the Argo Cargo. It's very blue. They're all very, very blue. Makes me want to slam it into a planet. That'll pour a bunch of gas over it and light it. I don't like the colour. I really don't. It's not for me. I do... Look, it looks good here, but I'm just not a fan of the blue. Personal preference. Fez, what are your thoughts on the blue and the Argo Cargo skin?
I like the blue, but only for the Starlifter.
Well, we haven't got that far yet. Alright, so obviously since Fez has decided to ruin it, the Starlifter, still want to slam it into a planet, or get blown up by Crusader security. I don't like the blue.
I'd like the blue. That's what I said at first.
We do obviously have the 600i as well, which obviously still want to slam into a planet. It's not going to change, guys. But at the end of the day, as for this, moving along. And the last skin that we do have is the Mercury Star Runner. Look, I love my Star Runner. I really, really do. But this just makes me want to slam it into a planet or an asteroid. Just no. At the end of the day, guys, obviously, as for the skins, it's not my thing. I don't like the blue. Although I might have to buy it because we might need it for the show. We need some skins for the Star Runner for the show, so maybe. We'll see what skins are available. But yeah, hopefully there's better colouring than this, but, it might be in a machinima. Maybe it'll be in the one where the Star Runner gets blown up. Spoilers. Alright, apart from that, guys, obviously the best in show. Look, I'm not really liking the colour, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section regarding that. Fez? Best in show? Yay, nay, you want to get the Starlifter, presumably, but anything else?
No, that's it.
No, alright. Moving along. Alright, guys, so the last thing that we have for the day is an update on the Bennu Merchantman. She has blown out to 231 meters long, and she is 202 meters wide. The BMM one was 160 by 160, so she has definitely got a lot bigger. And you can see in the photo here, she basically dwarfs the Carrack and also the Liberator. And even the Odyssey is, still, looks pretty small compared to the BMM. So, obviously, there's a photo from the top view there, which, shows off the size. We do have this one here, which shows looking at the front angle, and basically it just dwarfs all of the ships that are in that picture. The Carrack looks really small. The Odyssey doesn't look much bigger than the Carrack, and the Liberator is around the same size. But yeah, at the BMM down the bottom is just, oof, she's big. She's a big one. And the third photo that we have is obviously the side view. You can still see here, look, she's probably double the size of the Liberator, maybe double the size maybe of the Carrack, and maybe about 1.5 times the size of the Odyssey. At the end of the day, she just absolutely dwarfs over everything, and there's a reason why it's a capital ship. I am so glad I brought it when I got it for $225. $75, sorry. Obviously, I do expect the price on that to jump when it goes live. I think it was John was saying he thinks it might go for up to 1,000. He might be right, What are your thoughts on the BMM and the new size of it, Fizz?
Definitely did get chunky. Price, it's gonna be up there.
Yeah, like what's the size of it compared to the 890? I think the 890 is smaller than it now, actually.
It is. If anything, the frickin' the Bennu the Merchantman is like, how big is it? 230?
220?
231 meters.
Yeah.
So
to give you an idea, guys, just to hang on a sec, to give you an idea, the 890 jump was 210. So it's the biggest ship in the game at the moment.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The 890 jump is... Yeah, that's... The 890 jump is the biggest ship in the game.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's bigger than the biggest ship in the game right now. It's going to be the new big ship.
To give you a sense of scale, the Bennu Merchantman is 11 meters smaller than the Idris. Just 11. Because the Idris is 242 meters long.
Idris,
I know this by heart.
Yeah, probably do. Same reason I know the Bennu off by heart. Yeah, 242. So yeah, she's 11 meters.
How wide is the Idris? Maybe.
Idris is 126. It's actually wider than the Idris at 201, 202.
It's almost a wider by double. Damn.
Yep. But you obviously got to take wings and stuff into account for that.
Yeah, the wings I could see. So if you chop off the wings, the main body of the ship probably going to be the same size as the Idris, basically.
No, a bit smaller, I would say, but yeah, around the same size. Yeah. Well, it's a capital ship, right? So at the end of the day, we expected it to be big, and yeah, it's hopefully it's going to have docking ports and stuff, but yeah, we'll have to see. Do you have a BMM or you don't have one?
I don't have one.
You don't have one, no. Okay. It's going to jump in price too. But at the end of the day, apart from the BMM, is there anything else? So you like the Starlifter and you like the Odyssey and the Raft. To be honest, the only thing I really want out of this whole show is probably the Odyssey. Maybe some skins for the Star Runner, so we can do for the show. Maybe a skin for the Bennu Merchant, but yeah. All right. Apart from that, final thoughts, Fez?
Hmm. No, just can't wait for IAE now.
Yeah, tomorrow, isn't it?
No,
Or the day after?
Friday, 2 days.
Yep, 2 days.
Well,
So,
well, yeah, no,
yeah.
2 days.
Guys, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. What are you looking forward to when it comes to the show? And personally, like I say, for me, Odyssey maybe, and maybe obviously some skins for the Star Runner or the BMM. Apart from that, guys, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section. Apart from that, obviously, Fez's details will be in the link description below. Feel free to go and give him a like and follow on Twitch. Give him a like on obviously YouTube and a subscribe on YouTube as well. Apart from that, guys, obviously let us know what you want to buy in the show and what tickles your fancy. Doesn't have to be the new ships. It just has to be anything that's on sale for the IAE. Let us know. Apart from that, guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you in the verse. Want to say bye, Fez?
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy yourself.